What's going on, guys? It is Simp here, and today I'm going to be bringing you a recap of just our two group play matches from the major. And the reason I'm doing this is because I don't want to make a video that's really long, so I'm trying to separate it just a little bit. And yeah, I'll probably post this video first, and then I'll have another recap of the other matches in a day or two. So without further ado, let's just get straight into our group play matches. So the first match in our group that we ended up playing was Elegie Academy, and this was a really good challengers team, if not the best challengers team, coming into the event. So we knew this was going to be a decent matchup, you know, regardless of what the maps are going to be. So first map ended up being MC Hardpoint, and honestly, this map was a close one. So going to this map, you know, we didn't really have our audio 100% tuned to the way we liked it on stage. You know, it's, you know, first match, first LAN. It was kind of a different setup than how it was last year, so we were kind of adjusting still. And even though we thought it was fine at the beginning, during this map, I couldn't even hear a thing. I could either hear the game only or calls only for the most part, and like that's how weird the audio was for us. And you know, it's not an excuse, obviously, but it was definitely weird for this map, because even after this map, we took like it felt like 10-15 minutes to like tell the audio guys on stage, like, yo, like, we need this fixed before we play another map, because that's kind of how bad it was. So either way, we lost this Embassy Hardpoint 214 to 250. We're getting broken on the P2 and P3 hill, and in my opinion, we just need a little bit more of a plan for P3s and kind of P4 breaks, just because I feel like sometimes what we do doesn't work. So yeah, we ended up losing this map, and we go down 0-1 in the series against Elegie Academy. So next up, we ended up playing Mercado S&D, and this was the first of many of the great S&Ds we played this weekend. And yeah, honestly, I feel like there's not much for me to say about our searches. We lost to Toronto for our last online match before the major, and I feel like it really helped us figure out what we really want to do in search and destroy. So we had to get good teamwork on map, we had good bloods, we were making good use of our numbers, and overall we just played good S&D. We won this map 6-3 and brought the series back to a 1-1. So next map was Hotel Control, and honestly, this was a weird map just because I'm not sure what happened during the first round, but you know, it was getting like a kind of a close situation where they were about to cap B on us, and we might have been able to stop it, but like, you know, they haven't had A yet. And then the game just ended up getting ended, and I'm not even sure why it got ended, to be honest. So that ended up happening, and then on the restart, we ended up kind of just holding for the most part. They didn't get B off the rip again, and yeah, we just did a good job of holding map control for the most part. We won that first defense, and then we won our offense, making good use of our kills, stacking the point, and we just won our defense back to back. So we ended up winning this map 3-0. And this brings us 2-1 going into a Mercado hardpoint. So going into this event, I feel like our hardpoint was really good. And then coming out of the event, I feel like our hardpoint is our worst mode. So it's definitely something weird that happened going from our last online match into this event. But we played a pretty crappy Mercado hardpoint, in my opinion. It was close for the most part. We spawned good side, and then we lost P2 spawns at the end of P1, which, you know, sucks. We were still making the map scrappy though, and then I feel like our biggest troll was on the RV hill, the P7, P6, whichever one it is. We were pushing out the tin side of the map a lot, and we ended up squad spawning over there, and it let them spawn on like Barber to New. And in my opinion, that kind of screwed us, because it was a really close game up until that. And that brought us down to like 70, and after that we couldn't really get a point, so we couldn't really touch P1, we couldn't really touch the P2, and yeah, we ended up losing 156 to 250. Like I said, I feel like we played this map pretty bad, and yeah. Well, and going into a last map, Embassy S&D. Let's go into this last map. I feel like Embassy we probably have the best record on as of now, and definitely the most reps, so we were feeling super good going to this Embassy search. You know, like I said before, our S&Ds looked really good. We haven't really had close S&Ds besides the ones we lose. Usually when we're winning, it's like a 6-1 or a 6-2, and this one was just like that. We won this S&D 6-1, and I just think we're overall making really good plays in search, using our teamwork, you know, getting good bloods, and just capitalizing on like just how good we're feeling on the map. So We won the series 3-2. Very close series against Elegie Academy, in my opinion. We were, obviously not expecting to lose both hard points, but being able to win this series, that way is fire. So 1-0 in groups now, just have to win one more and make it out. So going into the Seattle series, we ended up having an Embassy Hardpoint first map, and this is a map we're both pretty decent at. It's good to square up against each other. I feel like Seattle's a team that we always kind of play close series with. And this first map was honestly the same kind of way. I only really saw after the last P4, the score was already like 170 to like 150 or like 190 or something like that. But we made good plays to break the last P4. We got the last like 30 on it. And then we ended up rotating to the last P5. I think 1 or 2 of them were already in it, but we set up a good pinch, got them out, made that hill scrappy. And then, you know how P1s go. We're at like 230. They're at like 210. And no one's really hopping on the hill. It's just because P1 is just so mixy, especially like when you have no idea where they are on the map. And then going to the last P2, either team can win the game. We get broken. We're getting kind of trapped, like back AC. And Tyler kind of he pinches side PD a couple times, gets a kill or two, and we ended up breaking and winning the game because of that. So we won this map 250 to 240. Very, very close map, in my opinion. And yeah, we go up 1-0 in the series. So next map, I'm pretty sure was Hotel S&D. I have 0 VOD from this map, so I'm kind of just going off memory. But honestly, S&D, I don't have much to say. Our S&D was looking amazing all weekend. This was just another one of those maps. Seattle were making a decent amount of plays, but I feel like we did a good job of just adapting on what they were doing and like abusing the spots on the map where we knew we could single some people out. So I'm not sure what the scores when we won that map, but we won that map, and that brought us to a Hotel Control game 3. So to start off the Hotel Control, we ended up losing the first defense, and this was in one of those weird situations where we lost defense off of kills. I feel like we were playing very aggressive on Seattle, and they were kind of doing the same thing to us to a point where we were both pretty down on lives. They ended up killing a couple of us, hopping on point, and at that point it was only like a 1v4, so we, instead of giving them the ticks, we just like died instead, and we lost that round. But I think that was the only round we ended up losing this map. On our offenses, I feel like we played a Hotel a lot, and our offenses we make good use of getting kills and hopping on the point and just making sure we're actually doing the objective. In my opinion, Control plays kind of weird in this game. I feel like I don't even know how to describe it. It's like, I don't know if it's the maps or if it's just how the Control plays, but like you can get like 1 or 2 kills and just like instantly win the round. And it might be because it's like the time to kill and the maps combined, like the combination of something, but I feel like it's kind of easy to win Control offenses sometimes. But like, obviously you have to play good and other teams have to play bad on the other side, but I don't know, Control definitely plays weird. But we ended up winning the offense right after, we won the defense right after, and there wasn't anything pretty crazy. We were just getting better in Control and defense, setting up good pinches, getting good kills, and just keeping them kind of pinned on a certain side of the map. So we ended up winning this map 3-1, and that let us win the series 3-0. And, this is a big 3-0 for us, in my opinion, just because I feel like a winning like this against Seattle, a team that is kind of like a top team in a sense, with, Pred and Sib and, Mac and Lamar. It just feels good going into brackets, being able to take this 3-0, especially now that it's on LAN. And so I feel like that just set us up to have good confidence going to the rest of the matches. So that was the end of our group play run. We went 2-0, got out, easy peasy. And yeah. I'll cover more of our bracket play matches in the next video. If you guys did enjoy this one, I'd appreciate it if you dropped a like on it. If you're new here, make sure you sub to the channel, and I will see you lads in another video, or in the next video, I guess. Later.